Yes, sir. We are back and it is loaded. It is loaded. It's
Pause.
overtime with the flight room. It's me, Remy, please. Lighthouse and Keys. Reman Weave. And we here to talk about rap beef to jump it off. That's what's going on. Big old rap beef. You know, you seen the thumbnail. They got a civil war going on in the they said it's the big three. I seen Cole get out the way. I mean, we could touch on that real quick. he got out the way with the quickness.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he's seen all this shit coming. But yeah, over here we talk about conspiracies and hip hop and conspiracies inside of hip hop and out. But yeah, so at first, like when the whole Kendrick jump dropped, his verse on Metro Boomin and Future's this, I thought all this was planned. Like it was like some WWE shit, but now like how all the players are tagging themselves in, no pun intended. It looked like, a lot of this stuff is I guess been brewing for a minute. So I don't know. What do y'all think?
I say that initially, right? Because I remember I was at the barbershop when the first disc just dropped. And when Kendrick Lamar said, his verse on the Future track, and I remember my cousin played it for me, and then I'm listening to it. The song is over, so he was like, "What you think?" And I was like, "I don't know," because I didn't catch the disc initially when I heard it. I was like where I didn't know who he was talking to, what he was saying. The only thing I caught was the "fuck the big three, it's just Big Me." That's it.
Yeah.
So then eventually got to the point where J. Cole got in the situation. So, everybody was hyping up. They was like, oh, man, J. Cole got this. Drake got this. What they going to do? Who going to respond? So, what's his name? J. Cole came out. But then after the whole thing, like, that settled, and I look back at it, I'm like, what exactly did he say about J. Cole?
He really didn't.
Yeah. That's what and that's the point I'm trying to say is like, if you go off, the way that it was portrayed in the media, it was like, oh, Kendrick Lamar, Drake this. But then when I actually listen to the song and listen to Kendrick Lamar's verse, I didn't pick up on anything he specifically said about Kendrick Lamar. I mean, about J. Cole. So then when J. Cole's diss drops and everybody was trashing it, and it was like saying he got to go hard, and everybody was talking about how that shit wasn't good. And they comparing it to Kendrick Lamar. I'm like, Kendrick Lamar didn't really say shit about J. Cole. So I don't know how Kendrick Lamar beats J. Cole in this situation right here when he didn't really say shit. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's the first thing that I took from that whole J. Cole situation. And as far as him dropping out of it, extremely disappointing because, J. Cole is, pretty much either one or two in everybody's conversation is best lyricist, and then he's always constantly talking about bragging about how he the best rapper, can't nobody fuck with him. So, when you hearing him talk like that, then you as a fan, you believe it because you hear it. You hear the bars, you hear his wordplay, you hear it all. So you're like, all right, well, shit. If J. Cole win it, J. Cole gonna be coming and kicking down buildings and shit. This is J. Cole we talking about, right? Because that's the reputation he developed for himself. So then to see him the bow out is like, nigga, that's a complete contradiction of everything you've been doing for the past since basically you came out as a rapper. So that's the disappointing aspect of it. As far as him personally as a man, I'm not completely mad or upset about that because we all have individual journeys. We all have individual souls. We all have our own individual relationship with God. He's saying he loses sleep. He's saying that, it didn't sit right in his soul. I can't judge that. I can only accept it for what it is. But as a fan, it's disappointing at a man. I can't be mad at him. So that's my overall look at that shit right there.
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm actually like looking at like the genius, you know what I'm saying? The lyrics, and he ain't even, Kendrick didn't even like, I mean, he baited them in, saying like, the whole first person shooter, like he highlighted that, but he ain't say, I mean, all these niggas really don't be saying like how, when we was coming up, when it was rap beef, they were saying like your name, they were saying your government name and all that.
Right away, being said, I mean, I'm speaking to Jada and something want to put down paper.
Yeah,
like that shit. Yeah, he said, I'm talking.
There's no mistaking it.
No mistaking.
Right. And then, but yeah, so it's like, I don't know, like these dudes been sneak dissing all forever up to this point. So I don't know. It just seemed a little.
I mean, ultimately, you want to hear these niggas rap. I mean, that's what it comes down to. You want to hear them rap.
Yep.
I want to hear the same shit that I supported you.
Yep.
I gave you my money. You know,
that's exactly what it is, though. That's
you
exactly
know, like I want to hear my earnings.
Yeah. Like, nigga, I was sold. Like, you know,
right.
So, but yeah, I don't know.
But I can see both sides as well, too, though. Because initially that's how I thought. I was like, oh, well, you know, a nigga taking the high road. How can you like blame a nigga for doing that? But then just after hearing different perspectives, it's like, okay, I'm looking at it from, you know, like you said, like a personal journey, something that he's going on, which is cool. But, you know, also at the end of the day, like I tune in when I go to listen to hip hop or when I go to listen to music, I expect to hear a specific thing. That's why you have artists that you like and artists that you don't like. J. Cole just so happened to be an artist that we pretty much most people fuck with, you know. Yeah. And what better way to we get to hear some new J. Cole, you know what I'm saying, and at his finest, essentially, you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then partially, I think like he was probably egged on for like the response that he gave because the first half of the jump sounded like some Drake shit, like Drake's response that he just dropped sounds like Cole's response, and you know what I mean. Even like in Drake's, which I like force myself to listen to because I can't stand listening to that motherfucker. I force myself. He even said like, you know, I don't know Cole. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know. Did they do it at the same time? Did they have like this? I don't know who produced that.
But they was on tour together though. I thought.
Right.
Yeah.
So
that's probably why he was sounding like Drake a little bit at the beginning.
Yeah, maybe
niggas probably been bumping elbows, listening to the same music over and over again.
Like all them tracks with Boz on this album sound like Drake shit.
So. It's true. That's true.
Do you think that he I don't know, now that I think about it, like J. Cole, he potentially could have missed out on the opportunity to like drop like a legendary
to solidify
a legendary, like, you know how like Ether was, like everybody you're never gonna forget Ether.
The nigga had the game in his hand, like
you know what I'm saying? He could have just came out with the
in that moment when he decided to put that disc, he literally had the whole rap game in the palm of his hands. You know what I'm saying? He did like if he would have dropped that disc and that should have been critically acclaimed all across the board. That's like him submitting himself as probably a top 5 all time. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So you know, like, cause it's crazy because when we was coming up, it was almost universal all across that Jay-Z is the greatest of all time. But like now, it's like Jay-Z may not even be in that top 5 conversation for a lot of people. The way the shit is going now, it's like now we got to throw the J. Cole's and the Kendrick Lamar's into these conversations when before them niggas wasn't even part of it. You know, so that shit. He had I think he dropped the ball because that was his opportunity to solidify itself. Like, so I agree with that 100%.
Because the album itself was
strong. Good. Yeah, I thought the album was good.
But it's like after the apology, it's kind of hard for me to go back and listen to the junk because I had it on repeat, and that's like the last project I can remember, you know, for a while that I can play on repeat. But like after that apology, I was like, man, this thing.
But it's so funny though. But what's so funny is that when you listening to the album, because he was even like on the song Pie, like he's saying some shit like, "Oh, my bars ain't like I'll never run from nothing." Like he was everything that this nigga on this same album he just dropped. Literally, he did all that shit.
Was
like,
on par with
how niggas is scared of him and all that shit. Like he was talking all that shit. So that's the disappointing part about it. It don't feel this. You don't believe it as much, you know, as you used to. With the cocky bars, like. If he can still, like, don't get me wrong, he'll probably still make good music, make good songs, but with that braggadocious aspect of J. Cole, you know, you ain't gonna feel it the same, you know. It's like, but that braggadocious MC lyrical shit, that's part of it, like, you know, like
and you didn't say nothing else
like cocky ass rapper, you know what I'm saying? Like it's them bar niggas, they be cocky. So you need that. It's part of that shit, you know.
And what did he say that was like so out of pocket for you? You gotta apologize. It's not like you was on like some Jay-Z super ugly type shit, like you saying you fucking somebody's baby moms and
leave condoms in the baby seat.
Like you're not saying none of that. You saying like his albums was trash and like what? I mean, that's all subjective.
So sue me.
Like, some people are already thinking that. So maybe you was already thinking that, and maybe you feel guilty for saying it. But
you know, maybe because when I saw the apology, he did say he was like, I feel bad, and I wonder if after when the dust settled. He looked back and was like, damn, did this nigga really say anything about me, though? You know what I'm saying? He probably was like, damn, I didn't slander this nigga's career. I didn't say all kinds of shit. And this man didn't even really say nothing about me. This shit was really mostly about Drake, and I just jumped out there. And he probably, that's why he said this shit is like the corniest shit I ever done. Like, you know, and even sometimes, like, you know, just as a man, like sometimes if people egg you on to do some shit that you ain't really want to do and you ain't get the results you want, you be like, damn, I let these niggas influence me. I let these niggas,
that's why
you know what I'm saying?
So been manipulating people and probably manipulating him into like a response.
And then on top of that, you got all the other people who know they'll benefit off of the beef, so they probably want him to beef. Sure. You know what I'm saying? 100. So that shit too. So it's a lot. So you know, I that's why I say as a man, I'm not completely mad at him, but it is disappointing as a rap fan. And like J. Cole was always in that conversation as one of the best. So it's just disappointing that, you know, you almost can't put him in that conversation no more.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, everybody's looking forward to his next project, and this was like kind of like a alley-oop to it, but it's like, I don't know, kind of like running out of steam.
So what you think about so since then, right, everybody waiting for Drake and Kendrick Lamar's response. Drake just dropped his joint, which and Rick Ross dropped this too, which was confusing to me because I didn't understand how Rick Ross, what he had to do with the beef, to be completely honest with you.
I don't know. He was mentioned in the Drake jump.
Oh, for real? But then the Drake one, which one came out first though?
The Drake jump.
Oh, so then he must have gotten in the studio like that day.
Yeah, like with the hours.
Like he must have dropped that shit right away. Yeah, because there's no way that shit came out that fast. And I listened to both. The Drake joint. All right, so this is the thing. Like, I only listened to it once. I listened to both of them once, so it's not like I got to break it down and get like a full, like, you know, synopsis of what they was actually saying. But I would say that the Drake joint, it seemed like his disses was more like direct in your face. It's easy to pick up on. The Rick Ross joints, I ain't really pick up on a whole lot. Like, obviously, maybe I had to listen to it again. But it sounds like
the second verse.
The second wait, because didn't it change the beat up on that one?
You talking about the Rick Ross jump?
Yeah, didn't the beat switch too, didn't it? Or am I tripping? No, I know the Drake one, it was like 3 beat switches or something like that.
I barely
but either way, he told Metro Boomin to shut your bitch ass up and work on some drums. I thought that was funny. Niggas, y'all go work on some drums, nigga.
Yeah, he talking about how
that was funny.
I guess like Top Dog is like I mean, that's like everybody's go-to. Like, you're getting jerked by your label and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought the Rick Ross jump was hard.
Yeah,
the second half of it when it was like direct.
Yeah, I gotta listen to that joint again.
Should we play it right now?
Go ahead. I mean, is that shit gonna be a we can't get flagged for that, can we?
I don't think so. I don't think that's going like to like no.
I mean, I'm just asking.
Nothing.
Yeah, okay. Let's do it.
Let me see if I could just play it off of
And when did he release this?
Twitter or something. Last night.
Last night.
Oh, okay.
And he been going off on Instagram on his stories talking about, he call him BBL Drizzy and shit like that.
Go ahead.
For real.
Wait, ain't 50 Cent involved in this shit too somehow?
Nah. Oh. I mean, he just, put his little input in.
What's the root of the beef though? Like, what is this about? I'm assuming.
Dissing. I think it's sneak dissing.
They've been throwing shots for years.
Yeah. And then something happened with the whole like French Montana, like some track they recently released when it was like French, Drake, and Rick Ross, and Drake put like a cease and desist order for him not to release a certain track. I had saved somewhere all these details. It's hard to keep up with all the shit.
So going back in history, like, who's the first nigga to say something? Like, who's the first one?
I think they've been saying it. Like, if you've been looking back at like that whole BT cipher with Kendrick Lamar, and he's saying, ever since I dropped control and tucked a soft rapper back in his pajama clothes and shit like that, like, people saying, oh, it's Drake. And then Drake been dropping subliminals like the whole time. And then when he probably seen him link up with Cole and they dropped the first person shooter jump, he's like, oh, you know what I mean? You my man's.
So they doing it in their album. They're hiding it.
Yeah, sneak dissing. Like, even like how, if you watch how Memphis Bleak explained like how the whole Jay-Z and Nas shit, it was like sneak diss and shit, and then they misinterpret a Nas verse. Bleak misinterpreted it like he said he let somebody from the barbershop influence him, and then he went at him, and then it was all hell that broke loose after that shit.
So it's basically the same shit, but basically that's going on there.
No, I really think Drake been sneak dissing. Like,
I think they all been thrown. I think there's always been that competitive, you know, like even when they say shit like, "Oh, I'm," what Drake say that line? He was like, "top 3, not number 2," or some shit, whatever that fucking line. So it's like whenever you put yourself in that, I'm the best, or it's like the conversation is always Drake, J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar. So if you even saying you number 1 out of that 3, that's kind of like a shot at the other 2, just naturally. So it's just natural competition. That's why I don't understand why J. Cole bowed out of it from that regard, because you know, like, nigga, that's if I'm gonna say I'm number 1, obviously one of these niggas is gonna try me one day. So that's just part of it. I just don't get that shit.
Right.
From that perspective.
All right, let's play this. I'm gonna play the second half though.
Fish tanks and marble floors, living right where at the park when they never had a check. Getting bullied, don't walk up on me cause the clip is fully. Niggas pussy don't wanna push me, I'm like, really, would he? Like his moves, but he never had a fight in school. Always ran, another nigga had to write your grooves. Flow was copy and paste, Weezy gave you the juice. Another white boy at the park wanna hang with the crew. Pulitzer Prize winner, switching up like dyed denim. Get incentives for all the killings while we ride rentals. Look me right in my face, he beginning to shake. Told you niggas stay scheming, I predicted my fate. Got more money than you, fuck you want me to say. 50 mils for the crib, where you want me to stay. I can shoot up the block, I got pictures to paint. Let you DM my hoes, but got bitches you can't. Let you get on my songs, it was good for your face. Now bitch nigga is home, and no room for debate. Pop a perk for the field, go and count me a meal. Kill you niggas for free, do it all for the thrill. Niggas leaking their records when we speaking directly. If we keeping it gangster, when you see me, you check me.
By the way, I got a lot of respect for a lot of rappers, but I got one guy. He's my favorite person to rap with on any song. His name is Rick Ross.
Maybach music. You ain't never want to be a nigga anyway, nigga. That's why you had operation to make your nose smaller than your father knows, nigga. I don't follow you, nigga, cause you said the motherfucking cease and desist to French Montana, nigga. You said the police, nigga, hating on my dog project. That wasn't the same white boy that I seen, nigga, when we were making them early records, nigga. When you were happy to be around, nigga, seeing niggas holding them sticks. Yeah, you old motherfucking stun of your life, nigga. Give Weezy some more money, nigga. Give Rap a lot some more money, nigga. White boy, yeah, big. It's Rose, nigga. We can do it how you want to do it, where you want to do it.
That's sample cold.
Yeah, that shit was hard. That violin.
Yeah, damn.
Well, I mean, listening to it, he definitely basically saying like, you know, like, nigga, we basically made you cool. That's what that shit sound like, you know.
Right. We gave you the stamp.
Yeah, that's basically what he's saying.
And people write your grooves. What everybody's been saying for a while.
Rick Ross, though.
Oh, you know you gotta play that Drake shit now. As much as it pains you is only right.
Oh, but
but what was I saying? Yeah, I don't know. And then all right, this is only speculation, but you don't think it might be like a female involved, because that's always like the root of.
Oh yeah, that's that also with the whole
the Future and Drake shit, right?
yeah.
But and they would be the two. If there's any two that be beefing over female, it'll be them. You know what I'm saying?
I can see that. It's like infinite amount of hoes out here.
Shit, Future, that's all he talk about in his songs for the most part, drug use and hoes.
You think he got a nose job? I know he got that ab etching shit. Him and French Montana had that shit. Them niggas bought some abs.
I mean, based off of this picture right here, yeah, of course he got that. It's not the same.
Yeah, I'm sure he got did something done.
Yeah.
That damn near look like a completely different person, to keep it real. I guess a beard to make you look completely different, I guess. That don't even look like the same person.
That's crazy.
But Kanye got lipo too.
Yeah, I heard about that shit.
If any of y'all niggas got some fucking plastic surgery, I'm slapping the shit out of you.
Oh my goodness.
Here we go. And Who Kid is doing it. So I guess that's why 50 is jumping in it.
Has 50 said anything though?
Yeah, he's like, oh, this y'all letting this light skinned dude do this to y'all?
I'm talking about like on a track.
I mean, but 50 and Rick Ross had beef at one point.
Infinite beef. I don't think that shit is ever gonna go away.
Right.
Hey, I could never be nobody number one fan. Your first number one, I had to put it in your hand. You pussies can't get booked outside America for nan. I'm out in Tokyo because I'm big in Japan. I'm the hit maker y'all depend on. Backstage in my city, it was friend zone. You won't never take no chain off of us. How the fuck you big stepping with a size 7 man zone? This the part with the bite, nigga, what's up? I know my picture on the wall when y'all cook up. Extortion, baby, whole career you been shook up. Cause Top told you drop and give me 50 like some push-ups. Hood, your last one brick, you really not on shit. They make excuses for you cause they hate to see me lit. Pull your contract cause we gotta see the split. The way you doing splits, bitch, your pants might rip. You better do that motherfucking show inside the bitty. Maroon 5 need a verse, you better make it witty. Then we need a verse for the Swifties. Top say drop, you better drop and give them 50. Pimp squeak, pipe down, you ain't in no big breeze. Scissor got you wiped down, Travis got you wiped down, Savage got you wiped down. Like your label, boy, you in the scope right now. And you gon' feel the aftermath of what I write down. I'm at the top of the mountain, so you tight now. Just to have this talk with your ass, I had to hike down. Big difference between Mike then and Mike now. What the fuck is this, a 20v1, nigga? What's a prince to a king? He a son, nigga. Get more love in the city that you from, nigga. Metro, shut your whole ass up and make some drums, nigga. Yeah, I'm the 6th guy, I'm the front runner. Y'all nigga manager was Charles' little blunt runner. Claim the 6 and you boys ain't even come from it. And when you boys got rich, you had to run from it. Cash blowing, able bread out here tricking. Shit we do for bitches, he doing for niggas. Jets, whips, chains, wicked. Spinning like you tryna fuck, boy, you tripping. Drizzy Chippendale, probably got your bitch Chanel. I just got them done, boy, don't make me at the Chippendale. Rolling loud stage, I would turn, that was slick as hell. Shit'll probably change if it BM start to kiss and tell. Hugs and kisses, man, don't tell me about no switches. I be rocking every fucking chain I own next visit, ayy. I be with some bodyguards like Whitney. Top say, drop your little midget ass, better fucking, ayy. Better drop and give me 50, ayy. Drop and give me 50. Drop and give me 50, ayy. Niggas really got me out here talking like I'm 50. Niggas really got me out here rapping what I'm living. I might take your latest girl and cuff her like I'm Ricky. Can't believe he jumping in, this nigga turning 50.
He kind of
on the chart he got from Drizzy.
he kind of going there.
He thought the way it was.
He going there.
We know why you mad, nigga. I ain't even tripping. All that little heartbroken Twitter shit for bitches. This for all the top dogs. Drop and give me 50. Drop. And that fucking song y'all got to not start the beef with us. This shit been brewing in a pot, now I'm heating up. I don't care what Cole think, that dot shit was weak as fuck. Champagne tripping, he is not fucking easing up. Nigga calling Top to see if Top want a piece of the Top want a piece of the Top want a piece of the. Nah, pussy, now you on your own when you speaking up. You don't roll deep to this, is not fucking deep enough. Begging cops or not, boy, you not fucking beating us. Numbers wise, I'm out of here, you not fucking creeping up. Money wise, I'm out of here, you not fucking sneaking up. Cornball your show money, merch money, feed us. I'ma let you niggas work it out because I seen enough. This ain't even everything I know, don't wait the demon up. This ain't even everything I know, don't wait the demon up. Drop and give me 50, all you fuck niggas teaming up.
Yeah, hey, he was going in. I caught a couple of them joints. He said some shit like y'all something cuffing bitches like Ricky or some shit talking about Rick Ross being the officer and all that shit. So I mean, he had some joint. That shit, I think that was better than the Rick Ross joint. Just hearing them both, to be honest with you. And I think this is better than the J. Cole joint, the last J. Cole one, to keep it real. So I really don't have nothing else to say. like trust me, I like Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole better than Drake. But just from what I'm hearing right now, that what's being presented in front of me, Drake winning that shit so far from what's being presented in front of me.
I just
But it's easy. But then again, Kendrick ain't even put shit out yet, so we'll see what happens with Kendrick. Because some tell me, Kendrick Lamar, the nigga drop once every 5 fucking years anyway. So that should let you know that he gonna take his time in every line, every word on this joint when he drop. Like niggas should be
Yeah,
a little.
it's kind of hard to believe that he was, poke the bear, per se, and not have something ready.
They got to.
Yeah.
Man, but Kendrick Lamar, man, he got the perfect style, like in some rap, because he got like that aggressive Eminem psychopath sounding shit. You know when he do that psychopath voice and shit. Like I'm trying to think when he started going in, like if he's and then man, Kendrick is a beast, dog. Like he might start machine gun rapping these niggas. Like you know what I'm saying? He might really finish. Like I don't know, bro. But Drake, I give him props for that joint. That shit was like it was solid. It was a good diss. I'll give him that.
Yeah, I mean, no, but
so fucking biased.
I know. I already know. I know how you feel, yo. So it's like, what can I say?
This nigga's a career actor, bro. Like he's like we always talk about.
Most of these
niggas are though.
He's a
you know that.
This is a conspiracy podcast. This nigga is a plant. He's a plant. He's I don't know. He's a trained actor. This is like if Paperboy from Atlanta like actually, committed full time to rapping.
I get what you're saying, and I'm not saying you wrong, but most of these niggas is like this. All these niggas, right? I'd rather be a fake Drake nigga than like the niggas that really don't be killing niggas and be promoting it. Those niggas is 10 times worse than Drake to me. You know what I'm saying?
Isn't he talking about that though?
I mean, yeah. I mean, it got to that point. That's not what he was initially, but
yeah.
At the end of the day, this is the part of the sport. It's like at the end of the day, he's still a man, and it's like everybody talking about how you a bitch all the time because we ain't from the streets. Then eventually he like, all right, let me go get some muscle.
Fight back.
Let me get some muscle around me. So that's basically what that is. That's the name. That's the nature of the sport. So it's like he kind of have to be like that a little bit just to be a part of the shit. Especially to be in his position.
It's like, oh, I wonder if he gonna jump in because Jay Electronica kind of chimed in saying like, oh y'all kind of like bullying because
you talking about Drake.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I would say so. But then again, man, from all the stories I be hearing about Drake is a petty ass nigga. He's like vengeful. Yeah. He's vengeful shit. He be fucking niggas girls. So it's like, I'm sure he didn't create a lot of enemies at the same time. So.
I seen Schoolboy tweeted, like this is hilarious. Oh, this about to be jokes an hour ago.
About as far as what?
About what?
I don't know. Why do you always keeping it cryptic?
Who's Schoolboy? Because I think he don't be
all these niggas.
Oh yeah. Oh, you know what? You know what it could be? It's probably because Drake is responsible for a lot of niggas' income. So don't nobody want to ruffle his feathers too much. You know what I'm saying? It's like I might need that Drake feature one day. It is. It's true. Because getting on the track with Drake, whether you like him or not, that's going to get you a hit song. But I don't know. He could be talking about anything with that.
Right. Where's the fucking track? Kendrick, where's the track, Kendrick?
That shit better drop tomorrow morning.
But yeah, I don't know. We was just spoiled because like I was giving Caden like a history lesson with it, and it's like a way off the path. Like I showed him like linear, like how you watch like the Avengers. I showed him linear how it started with Bleak and then Takeover and then Ether and then Beans and Jada and then the Hot 97 jump with the special delivery shit.
Man, that's a legendary hip hop, man. That's so nostalgic.
The Jada and DMX jump on his album, and then Nas.
That joint was hard. That joint was super hard.
All of them, and then it just boom, 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 and then Jay-Z back on Blueprint too. You know what I'm saying? Just because he wear kufi don't mean he's nice.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand all the bullshit. He's right.
He was making a solid point though. he was like, don't be getting caught up in the theatrics and shit. Just because this nigga wear a kufi and be, talking about Egypt and shit, don't mean this nigga smart. You know what I'm saying?
And the little homie jungle is a garden to me.
But we talking about beefs, nothing was greater than we didn't have this debate. Me and Randall been having this debate for years about this Beans and Jada
It's Beans
Fucking,
Jada. Bar for bar.
I say forever. Beans won that shit hands down easily.
You
This
think
nigga
so?
say Jada
Yeah.
Kiss. You said Jada won though, didn't you?
Who?
I thought you said Jada won.
No, he can't win. How you gonna win when they went? But nah, they did double back. Because
I swear we had this debate and you said Jada won that joint.
When? On here?
Yeah, that time when we went to LA, we was riding in the car or the truck. We was in that I think whatever SUV we had that time. We was talking about that shit. We definitely had a debate about that shit.
Nah, I wouldn't say that because that's still my stance.
All right, well, shit, I'm not gonna argue.
Yeah.
Nigga, I thought Beans won too. So if that's what you say, then I guess maybe I'm.
Beans is like my favorite rapper of all time. So,
but the funny thing with Beans is you look back and still that nigga's bars is harder than anything that's out now. Like the shit is crazy.
Yep.
And the thing is, like I said, you said that fucking man, that shit, that nigga when he was in his prime, like around that time when he
had like a Sean Taylor career.
I'm talking about like monster.
Yeah,
this nigga was on like at the time Jay-Z was looked at the best rapper, and this nigga was like hanging, if not outshining Jay-Z on some of them joints.
Nah, I said it. He said compared to Beans, you whack.
Beans was cold, bro. That and the way
like a different level.
But it's the energy though. Yeah. Like the energy. It's like when he was battling against Jada on that when he went to the Hot 97 joint. That the energy it was like the nigga sounded like he was like in a ring. He was training. He had like the niggas around him. It was like you know what I'm saying. He had like that. Like I'm gonna fuck this nigga up. But you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Why I say the ghost of the shit? I can tell you style.
He write most of your shit. That shit,
it
was almost like anytime like you listen to him, you felt like you were like, damn, like
he's poking somebody in the chest.
Like you start
like while he's on the mic, he's poking somebody in the chest. Like
that's what exactly.
Yep, poking him right in the head. Like oh my goodness.
And when he did the joint on Jada's beat,
oh yeah, put your hands.
He said what he said. He said I'm about to sun kiss like a soda. Like you know what I'm saying, like shit like that, man.
We ain't gonna get that.
I'm going to really make you kiss the game goodbye.
We ain't gonna get that
on his beat, on his own beat. He said that.
Yeah, J. Cole definitely missed that opportunity though.
He did, man.
All right, so what do you think the end game with this? And we can wrap up with this whole topic. What do you think the end game with this whole, Civil War per se?
I mean, I thought initially, like, let's say this shit was fake, and let's say like the real MCs. Like, this is what I was thinking from like a positive perspective. Like, what if like all the real MCs got together, had like a real MC convention? We was like, man, the rap game is fucked up. We got to do something to bring lyrics back to the forefront because this shit is you know what I'm saying? And it's like they was like, all right, we gonna beef with you, you gonna beef with me, and we everybody just gonna have bars, and then we gonna make bars like the most popular thing in rap, and then
a renaissance.
It's gonna bring it back. It's gonna take all this like this pussy rap, and it's gonna just take it all the way, put that in behind, and then it's gonna put bars back to the forefront. That's at the end of the day, that's where it all started. So I thought this was like some initial like intentional shit, because that's the way. But then when J. Cole apologized, I'm like, all right, that ain't MC like, So
all right, so we talking about Jada. Did you see the video when Jada was like, I don't know what's going on? Like, why
he did. He looked confused. Like the nigga looked like he was in pain. Like he was like, hold on, like I don't. This is
not what I'm
like.
Used
I don't
to.
understand what's going on.
Yeah, he did. He looked like honestly, legitly like confused. Like his brain was hurting. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is this? Man, that shit sucks.
Man.
Yeah, but as far as Endgame, I don't even know what's gonna come out of this, man. I really have no idea. The only thing I want to see is if bars get back to the forefront, you know what I'm saying, then that's all I care about. If this is what has to happen for it to get back, then that's what's, because think about like even Jay's, like, I've said a million times, Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, like the last like mainstream lyrical rappers.
Right.
So it's like
what?
After them is like that. So if these two niggas ain't rapping on that level and going against each other, then it's like who's gonna keep that aspect of the game alive? There's nobody else behind them that's gonna do that.
Right. Here you go.
I think he's worried. I think he really felt something internally. His skills everything is intact that should have engaged contact. I really want to get next to him and sit down and really ask him genuinely what happened. What we went wrong?
Dumbfounded.
Really got to
It
know
is.
because
Like, what happened?
I thought he was going to be the most. You know, Kendrick, he moves how he moves. Drake is very strategic how he does stuff. But I thought on the lyrical, I thought Cole was going to be super active.
Yeah.
And he did come back, first one to respond, and then he sees fire. So I don't know. I think he's
He's like, I don't know.
He was
Ceasefire is
confused,
like,
bro.
yeah.
We just gotta see what the fallout is once Kendrick responds. We gotta reassess.
That's what's gonna let us know
About
what
to
direction all
reassess.
this shit going. I kind of want Kendrick to come out and just murder everybody. Like, I kind of want that. I do, because that shit go. Because I think Drake had a solid put out, but I want Kendrick to come even harder than what this shit that Drake just put out. Because then that's gonna really push everybody into a corner, and niggas just gonna have no choice but to bring their best out. It's like the same shit when the Control verse came out. He kind of forced a bunch of niggas to rap. So I think that might be the intent behind all this shit, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, but I hope Kendrick murder everybody though when that joint come out.
So a bar in that Drake joint that I picked up when he's talking about, you better worry about your relationship with Diddy. And over here, you know, at Flight Room TV with Overtime, we call this shit in December. Diddy was running some type of Epstein type operation.
For sure.
And Homeland Security ran through his shit. You know, we ain't cover shit in a while, but we just want to let y'all know that always check the receipts here because we be right. But some people were saying that like, oh, just because there was no like official arrest, that just like the whole Epstein shit, Homeland Security moved in and pretty much confiscated shit to protect other people, like higher ups. Because allegedly Epstein had hard drives, security cameras everywhere. You know, this is like a whole intelligence operation. So you catch people in compromising positions, film them, and blackmail them. So all the, you know, oh, where's like the names, the list? Fuck the list. Them niggas had fucking video. Where's the video? So just like this shit, if he got cameras in every room and shit like that, where's the video?
You can't not have it.
They moved in and confiscated like real evidence.
Yeah, but ain't that kind of crazy though? So do you think like Diddy all this entire time he like working for some higher ups, like he's basically like an agent, and so he's like, oh, come to my party, right? Cameras everywhere. You got drugs everywhere. You got like everything to put motherfuckers in a different mental state. You know, then you got people out here doing freak wild shit, recorded on camera. Then it's like, hi, look what we got you. Like, nigga, do what we say, or we'll expose this to the world. That's some treacherous shit, right?
Exactly what it is.
Like, damn, bro, that's like you can. That's how you can control the whole Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? You got dirt on every single last one of these people. So then that means everybody ain't got no choice but the do-si-do. Or if you don't, it's like, come on, man, think about like how that.
You know, it's a club, so it's like, oh, I'm on now. Oh, I finally got invited to a Diddy party. I'm going to a Diddy party, and then boom, you in there doing some wild shit. You on camera. Hey, Playboy, I need you to do this for me. Oh, you're not gonna do this for me? Oh, look at this. Remember you was doing this? I need you to do this for me. And then remember all them fucking like crazy ass who was explaining this? Ness from Making the Band. He was saying like Diddy is the like inventor of the 360 deal. That's why like people be, you know, they fucked up in the game.
Really?
Now.
That's what they said?
Yeah. Him and like his lawyer are the inventors of the 360 deal.
Damn.
But like who that was signed to like Bad Boy that really came up on top? Like who was flourishing?
I mean,
not a soul.
Yeah. I can't think of none.
Nobody. He learned that shit. I think he had like a whole he worked for like Uptown Records. You ever look into that shit, like Uptown Records, and seeing like how many people died from that shit? I think like
Uh-uh.
Albie Shore is like the only survivor of that junk, and then he got Albie Shore's son.
What do you
Calling him
mean the
daddy.
only survivor?
Niggas was dying.
So you saying wait.
Niggas was down on Uptown Records.
Everybody that was involved with Uptown Records, like, they're no longer here anymore. Like,
I didn't know that. Damn, that's
like,
crazy.
That was him getting his foot in the game.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, but that shit was wild though, man. That whole situation, like, and then it's like, you be thinking about your favorite artists, and we pedestalize these people. Then what if, like, what's that dude, that rapper from Cali? Oh, no, actually, he's from Memphis, but he was signed to TDE, and he came out with that wild ass tape, like about a year or two ago. What's his name, man? Isaiah Rashad. How did somebody get footage of some shit like that? You see what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
That's like, it was probably a similar situation. He was probably all drugged the fuck up and was wilding out. Somebody got that shit on camera, and somebody asked that nigga to do some shit. He said no, and then that's what happened.
So do you think that's what they quote unquote are saying that happened to Meek?
With Meek?
Yeah.
Man, I can't talk about Meek no more.
Man, you ain't catch that bar Ab-Soul said about Meek Mill on that project.
Yeah.
He said I feel it in my gut. Yeah, but he said I feel it in my gut. He said I feel it in my gut. You niggas Meek still. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
That was probably the hardest bar out of all these damn bitch boys.
Nah, Cole said something about like it was trash. I picked it up, I litter it or something like that.
Oh yeah, that shit was hard too.
Yeah.
See, but he didn't put that on 7 Minute Drill when he said that bar right there.
Yeah.
That he said that on Pod 2. That bar should have been on 7 Minute Drill. Yeah, he said I litter it. Damn, I know exactly what you're saying. He was basically saying I threw that shit in the trash.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot the bar I got to see, but yeah, that shit was hard.
But yeah, I think Diddy was like trained prior to like starting his own label, and then like who really survived? Like the Locks had to go on Hot 97 and like literally threaten this nigga to get released from their deal. Mace didn't survive. He had to fucking take the whole.
He went into religion. He became a pastor
route. Like who survived? Was Mary under Bad Boy?
She was at some point.
Thanks.
Yeah.
So.
But the funny thing
might be like the only survivor for real.
But the funny thing is, right? I seen a video that was basically talking about Mary, and they were saying, "Don't be surprised if Mary's name end up in some of these allegations too," because they were saying that if you paid attention, they said when you used to see Diddy and Cassie, Mary was always right there with him. Whenever you used to see Diddy and Cassie, and it showed a couple videos where Mary's holding Diddy's hand, Diddy walking in front of both of them. And Mary is behind them, Mary and Cassie behind him, and she holding Cassie's hand like she's her hand, like she's her handler or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't be surprised if Mary was in them freak offs and all that shit too, but she was right there, right along. Might have been recruiting. You never fucking know, man.
She was always singing about
I don't put none past
trauma.
None of them niggas.
You said what?
She was always singing about some trauma.
Mm-hmm. So I wouldn't be surprised, man. You know.
So did he roll out like when all of this happened? Like they were showing like planes and just So he actually rolled out.
Yeah, and then pop back up in Miami.
He might be Puff might be a made man for real. Like he might be good, and they just doing all this theatrics to make it seem like, oh, we're out to get the big bad wolf. But in all actuality, like they kind of need him to, they need him. So he's one of the main niggas. That's
what I'm saying. They swooped in and grabbed all them tapes, the hard drives,
and he probably told him where it was.
Epstein, I think Epstein was smart too, because like even though like he probably had like this deep, wicked perversion and shit, they also said he had a kill switch. You know what a kill switch is like, when the shit is about to hit the fan, you probably send something to somebody, and that somebody makes sure it gets to a certain somebody to cover your ass. So maybe Diddy got all that shit. That's why. Well, I don't know.
Or this whole.
Or maybe he's playing ball.
What if the beef shit was like made up to like as a distraction from that shit?
Could be.
I
can see that.
Could be.
It's like, all right, we timed it. We got the eclipse, going to beef and all this shit. Like, cool. All right. Because think about it. How much steam? Like, if you think about it, like since this weekend, This entire weekend, I don't think I've seen anything about Diddy at all. Right?
Nah.
When last week and the week
Except
before
that
that,
one
that's
bar.
all
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah,
That's all it was. You know?
I can see
Yeah.
that.
It's like, where's the evidence? If y'all like swooped in with all this, personnel in multiple spots, Miami and LA, like where's the, what's the results? Don't really make sense.
This nigga's got his kids and shit.
And if
That shit crazy.
the feds really don't swoop in unless they have like
That's
circumstantial evidence.
Exactly. When I heard that shit, I'm like, man, if the feds showed up, that means that they already know this nigga guilty.
Yeah,
Like
right.
they already know.
Especially with somebody that has like, the will to have, lawyers to be the case. Like you're not gonna go in there sloppy.
Right. And guess what? Diddy problem wasn't even the mission. It was the
It's the
data.
evidence to
It was
cover
the
up.
Exactly.
data. Diddy wasn't even like nigga move. We
Mhm.
gotta go get the shit.
And that's they probably gave him a heads up. I'm like, yeah,
That's
Had
what I'm
to,
saying.
had
Yeah,
to.
they knew.
I need you
This
to
shit,
divide it.
they don't care about like these as much as we want to believe. These motherfuckers don't care about like catching the bad guys. Like the bad guys is all part of the operation too.
For sure.
Because like at the end of the day, when that Epstein shit went down, nothing else really, you heard nothing else about this shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Right.
like that shit clearly got swept under the rug.
And the Epstein shit, that was probably like the third time he was actually taken in. Like the first time was like in like West Palm Beach when they gave him like a bullshit like halfway house when he was like allowed
I
to
didn't
leave.
even know that.
He was allowed to
didn't even know
leave
that.
the prison.
Damn.
Yeah. And that was under, I think, I might be fucking up this name. Alex Acosta, who works under Trump, and he fired him after that shit.
So how did he have like a normal life after like the first time? Like,
Because they said like if you watch that Netflix junk, like when he moved into West Palm or Palm, whatever, Palm Beach, Florida, he went up to like the police station and just donated like 150,000. He's like, oh, y'all do such a good job here. So he was always like greasing the palms before.
Okay. Got you. Smart man.
Yeah.
Smart
But
man.
these are, these trained agents.
Right.
Like people who Ghislaine Maxwell, her father, Robert Maxwell, was a trained Mossad agent, like this old CIA.
But and even when you break it down and you look at Diddy and his father's background,
exactly. And
because I watched this Jason Whitlock video, he broke that shit down. Like, and he was talking about how like even before Diddy was born, his father was bumping elbows with like the Frank Lucases and the Nicky Barnes of the world. So he was already involved. And then his dad ended up becoming an informant and ended up getting killed. But so that means that tells you that if the government was involved with his father on some shit. And his, what makes you think that they might not have taken his son and groomed his son into some shit? You know what I'm saying?
That's a good point. Yeah.
Easy work. And you go down to Howard and then you probably pledge something. So now you
and DC got all that like Jesuit shit and all those like brotherhoods. And so, that's the perfect city to go to if you try and get initiated into some shit. Georgetown University right there.
Right. And then when he's putting big on, the first stop was Howard University. Bullshit and party. That's his first stop. So yeah, did y'all watch Freaknik?
I ain't watched that joint yet.
A little bit of it.
I ain't watched it.
I didn't know that shit would start with DC Mo's.
I ain't hear about that.
Mo's. Yeah, it was like they had a group at that school down there. It was called like I don't know, the DC Metro Club or something like that. They had like a school, not a school, a group down there, and they started like a cookout at like some park, and then it just got bigger and bigger and bigger into Freaknik. But it started with DC Bounds.
Yeah, that's wild.
Kind of cool.
Yeah.
Like, catch this wave. A big
hey, so y'all think is Diddy's songs going to get are we going to do the whole like R. Kelly shit? Yeah, and because that's a lot of music to turn your back on. That's like almost the whole 90s is like basically bad boy.
You know what I was thinking about? Like what artists also like outside of Mary, outside of Big, outside of the locks, what artist has he had was like undeniably talented. It's like he always like used his stamp to like stamp that artist. So it's like, oh, you need me, and then just be done with him.
So basically, you're saying somebody that could just leave Bad Boy, go somewhere else, and thrive. Basically,
Yeah, like that was his like recipe. He like
it was
take somebody and like put his little sprinkle on it, and then use them, and then throw them to the side, and they'll never finish their deal, and he would like accrue all the money. He's probably worse than Birdman.
I'm really sitting here trying to think of what other artists. Mace might have been his most talented, but that didn't last long. You know, Mace got up out of there. He left the game.
Yeah. Think about it. And then he did a whole
Mace is like, nah.
He did a whole reality series where you're finding mid-level talent.
Mace,
I think he was quoted. There was like a quote of him saying like you don't want to get somebody super talented.
But it's so funny because if you really pay attention, like look at the Group 112, the lead singer,
Slim.
Nigga's not really a good singer, but they made great songs. Like I guess he put his Diddy spin on it, but the dude Slim from 112, he's not really a good singer, you know what I'm saying? But he just sound good on them songs that they made, you know what I mean? And there's another artist that was on Bad Boy that wasn't really a good. The girl from that group, what's the group with the three girls that sang?
The 3LW?
No. Is it Total? Total. Yeah, I think the dark skinned girl, the lead singer, she's not really a good singer either. You know what I'm saying? But and the funny thing about that girl right there, she was on a reality show, right? And because she was talking about how she she got basically turned out in the industry, and then she said that she like repented and was seeking God and like trying to basically make herself go back straight again. So on the show, she was like, she didn't want no physical contact with no women because she was trying to stay like on the straight and narrow path. But the funny thing about it, the same chick from Total, she basically said that she got turned out in the industry and she became a lesbian. And then she said she found God and then she repented and then she's like trying to stay away from that. But I just found that interesting that how she like admitted that when she started hanging around with Diddy and being in them circles. Bro, we've been hearing these stories about this nigga Diddy since like the 90s about like weird shit. I remember the girl Karen Steffens, the superhead. She was she said she saw this nigga getting smashed.
She was talking to Wendy Williams, and she's like, I need you to say what label is it? And she's like, I can't say that. Okay, what does it start with? I can't say that. That would have been a dead giveaway.
Mm-hmm.
A dead giveaway.
And then I remember I saw some
Corinne Steffens and Wendy Williams. That interview.
You play now?
No. I'm just saying.
Oh, okay. But I saw another video where Exhibit, you know the rapper Exhibit from the West Coast, the dude from Pimp My Ride, he said he was hanging around with Diddy and went to some party with Diddy. Said he was in that joint, he thought it was like just a regular club, and then he started looking around and started seeing like it was like trannies and it was like a gay, it was like basically a gay club. And he said he didn't know that. He said he went in there. And mind you, when this video came back out, that was way before all this shit been kind of accepted. So he was kind of like, yo, like, bro, like when we start doing this shit, like,
right,
you know what I'm saying? So that
motherfucker you
exactly, because remember, mind you, this shit, like back when Exhibit's telling this story, that shit had been like 06, 07. So that shit wasn't like fly like that back then, you know. So
you get hurt.
Yeah, so that's just kind of, so we've been hearing these stories about Diddy forever, you know, like it ain't nothing new about this with this guy. And then even look back at the whole vote or die shit. Like, what do y'all think about a guy like him? And he's getting basically put at the forefront of the political, like messaging to black people. Because if remember, we was like what 18, 19 during that vote or die shit. Yeah. And it was like Diddy was like the one that was like, no, black people, we gotta do this. And niggas was like, nah, man, we gotta listen to Diddy.
For what? For what? What is it? Yeah, what has it ever done? They just putting y'all in, you know, in the hands of these, you know, just to be specific, the Democratic Party. Like they always whoring y'all out to these, you know, parties. Same thing they did with Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Yep.
Hillary Clinton and Cardi B and all that shit.
Then he just talked to what was it? Ice Spice was the latest one. That one was it Kamala Harris or one of them like did a sit down with Ice Spice?
Kamala had like a house party over there in DC. with like all these HBCUs,
Mm.
and they was playing like Sexy Red and shit. Meanwhile, she was locking all y'all niggas up in California for an eighth of weed. An eighth?
Oh man.
It's gonna give me the 10 p.m. Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, that shit crazy.
Yeah. Can't stand y'all. Anywho.
Wait, hold on. Before we go on from this Diddy shit, just real quick. So what do y'all think about like the whole like Diddy's name is like now forever stained? So like now it's like no Diddy. Niggas don't say pause no more. They'll say no homo. Now it's no Diddy.
well,
Like do you know what I'm saying? It's like is are you using the term or you just is it?
I like pause. Pause is
Pause is easy. It's simple.
we used to say no homo.
Yeah.
And Cam was saying that he was like, hey, you got the same syllables. They got the same syllables.
Oh man. I don't know. Yeah. I don't think it's.
Did you see that clip though? Where Mace was like, I dodged all that stuff about like like divine intervention, and like pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I can only imagine. Oh my god, like that's just got to be crazy to like be going into the industry and all you know what I'm saying, you hustle hard to get there. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? All you want to do is music and be an artist, and that's your dream. And then you walk into that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's just got to do a toll. It takes a toll on you. Like, so you mean it's really a get down and lay down situation?
But you know what's so crazy though? Since this Diddy shit been coming out, I've been getting all these damn like videos with Justin Bieber, like basically saying like this nigga's been a victim. And it's like, you be looking at the videos, you like, this nigga definitely look like, you'll see like an interaction between him and Diddy. And that shit definitely look like, groomer and victim. Like it like cause it damn near look like every time Bieber be around Diddy, his confidence just drops to a zero. Like the moment that nigga's in his presence, you know what I'm saying? That shit look weird and creepy. Keep it all be real,
Poor thing.
Poor thing.
But the thing is, this should be happening. We didn't seen the little Nickelodeon joint that came out recently.
Oh yeah,
it's crazy that just let you know how this industry is, because it's like how many damn child victims is going to keep coming out saying this shit, and it's like the camera keeps rolling. Nickelodeon is dropping episodes every day. And I didn't know like the Drake and Josh kid and shit, he was a victim, and that wasn't even that long ago.
It was one girl in there. She wrote a book that's saying like I hate my mom or something like that because she put her through that shit. What's that documentary called?
Linda Bynes?
No, what's On Set, right?
I think so. Hey, for just anybody, if you all this shit and all these stories coming out as of late, like, bro, you gonna just let your kids just let Hollywood take your children after all these fucking stories is coming out?
Shit crazy.
Like, bro, like no.
At a certain point, the parents do got to be held accountable. Like, come on, man.
Jeanette,
what you thought it was?
Jeanette McCurdy. Y'all know her, right?
Not. You got to show me a picture.
Yeah.
What show was she on?
She was on.
She was on All That.
Nah. That was way before.
Oh.
She was like the little. She was on iCarly and Zoe 101.
Oh yeah. I know you're talking about.
All right, she wrote a book called "I'm Glad My Mom Died."
Damn.
Yeah, and she's holding like the urn on the cover.
That's dark as hell.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Because her mom was pressuring her to do all this shit.
It also sounds like it's taking a toll on you, because to be able to do that, I mean, you fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Damage beyond repair. For that shit.
You might be writing a book about how you got there, but you still got some work to do.
Yeah. But it's crazy, like oh yeah, okay. Yeah, that's dark ass cover right there.
Biker boys?
But it's crazy though, because then you look back at it, you say when Foxy Brown came out, was she 15, 16? What's she talking about in her songs? She talking about like fucking and all kinds of shit.
Running,
she like 16 years old, like, you know what I'm saying? Jay-Z was writing her rhymes when she was a teenager about fucking and shit like that. Goddamn Aaliyah was young as shit around these niggas. So it's like, even when Jay-Z went on tour with R. Kelly, it's like they didn't know that these niggas, you know what I'm saying? It's like even in the movie Belly, DMX is getting head from a teenager in the movie.
Yes.
Yeah,
so you gotta just put all this shit together. Exactly. So it's like you put all this shit together, like behind the scenes in the industry. This shit ain't like that was how everybody was.
She said, "I'm 16." She's like, "You fuck him." She's like, "No, but I sucked his dick the night before last."
Yep. They even goddamn have dialogue in the movie, basically confirming that was a teenager.
But keep it real, because like when we was in middle school and all that shit,
you didn't see nothing like it.
Young girls in that junk that used to get picked up by niggas and fucking.
That's older, of course.
Crown
I've been
Vic
saying this shit
and shit like that. Yeah,
I've been saying that shit forever, and that's lets you know that back in the days that wasn't looked at as like bad as it is looked at now.
But it should have,
It should have. No, yeah, exactly. It should have been, but it's kind of crazy how that shit was rock. Like people was just letting that shit go. Same thing. High school girls was getting picked up by older niggas. Girls was bragging about fucking with older niggas in high school. They used to be like, these boys in my high school are so immature. Right. You're like, my boyfriend's 24 and he has his own car. Yeah, he has his own car and he has his own place, and you guys are just immature. But it's true though.
It's true.
Because the girl, I'm sure all y'all didn't heard a girl say, "You niggas at this school is immature," and like y'all 14. She talking about y'all niggas too immature for me, and my boyfriend has his own car in the house or some shit like that. But come on, that shit was definitely going on.
That's wild.
Shit, when the goddamn R. Kelly sex tape dropped, niggas knew that was an underage girl. And nobody batted an eye. They was giving that shit on at the barbershops. Like that shit was normal. That shit was getting wild. That shit was getting. That's what I'm saying. Like back in those days, people, that shit was very desensitized. Shit, B2K, nigga, them niggas was 14, 15. B2K, put it like this. Very first video, what was that song? It was called Bump, Bump, Bump. When that video first came on, who the first nigga you see? Your man Diddy bringing B2K out. These niggas is about 14 years old, no shirt on, humping the fucking ground.
And then their manager, the dude Chris Stokes, was molesting, majority of the group.
But my point is, you got all these grown ass adults standing around watching 14 and 15-year-old boys hump the ground with their shirt off.
Yep.
That ain't some weird shit to you? Like what the fuck?
Nobody was out because they had a big young teenage audience.
But even that, man, them like because they also about they also about like sexualizing little girls, but bro, they was sexualizing some little boys.
Well, who's at the shows?
Moms and their daughters.
Yeah.
So everybody was letting that shit rock. Everybody was letting that shit rock.
Not in here. Not up in here.
Shit, but it's funny though. Even back in the day, I think even the group, what's it called? Immature. IMX or whatever they was called. Them niggas used to take their shirts off too. Them niggas was like 11.
But like, those are their big brothers. Marcus Houston.
Yeah. And then what happened with Marcus Houston? He ended up marrying like an 18-year-old or some shit like that.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. We always talk about,
shit, your man,
the black community.
Nigga Tiger. Hold on, the nigga Tiger was fucking with what's her name before she was 18 too. He was like Kylie Jenner. She was, he was like 24. And she was
waiting. He was waiting at the finish line. Like
this nigga Jay-Z said he knew that that Beyonce was going to be his wife the first time he laid eyes on her when she was like 17. Yeah. So he basically was looking at a 17-year-old. Was like, yeah, I'm gonna get that. Like, what?
That's crazy.
And then her parents probably sold her off for real.
They probably did. So there you have it. This shit been going on all across the board. All these shit, Jay-Z, Russell Simmons right now, his daughter is over there fucking with some 65-year-old man. And on top of that, his mother, her mother was what, a teenager when she started fucking with Russell Simmons.
Exactly.
You got Russell Simmons, Jay-Z, R. Kelly, Puffy. You got all those names, all got underage girls connected. Every single last one.
Cause I'm from New York.
Rihanna. How old was Rihanna when she first came on the scene?
She was a baby.
She might have been like 18, 17, some shit like that.
Maybe. You don't know. You can't trust them Caribbean's passports.
Stupid.
I mean, some of these niggas be looking old as shit.
Yeah. But she still looked the same age, honestly. She's aging gracefully.
Yes. Yes.
Honestly, I would keep it all real. I don't be trusting like when it would be like the NBA draft or NFL draft, and they be trying to tell you like some of them foreign players be like 18 and shit. I don't be believing that. I think some of them niggas be older than what they be saying.
Especially MLB.
Oh, like the little Dominican dudes and shit. Wasn't it one a few years back that he was like a grown man or something? They had him playing in the little league or some shit like that a few years back.
Yep. We got a comment. Oh, from iCarly. Yeah, Jeanette McCurdy. There's a lot here.
But it's so funny how, like, you know, even when a lot of these conspiracy theories start coming out and you start hearing about like how the industry is like basically like a gay sex cult and shit, and it's like now it's being revealed. That's basically what that shit is. It's like this big ass orgy, like of a blackmail, you know, like a blackmail orgy, basically.
But that's the initiation process.
Yeah. But it sucks though, because one day you're gonna find out your favorite rapper that you like looked up to, and it's gonna be like some, you know, compromising video gonna come out with homeboy doing some wild shit. Huh?
Beans got a new interview with what's that? Like that new platform, like something dialogue.
I don't know.
He was like, "Have you ever been to a Diddy party?" He was like, "Not once."
He
Not
like
one time.
Getting that shit out the way quick. Don't put my name in none of this shit.
Even Dame, he said he ain't been to no Diddy party.
I know who been. Nigga Jay-Z be up in there. Jay-Z be at all the bitches.
50 was like, oh, Jay-Z next, or like, where's when the whole Homeland Security shit was happening? They was like, where's Jay-Z?
That's wild.
I'm
not gonna put it on nobody, but I'm not gonna put it past nobody.
That's how I look at it.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah.
I ain't
let you down every time.
Did y'all start getting y'all these too sooner or later?
You said what?
They're gonna start getting these athletes, make them, because y'all want to be rappers and shit like that. They're gonna make y'all take the fall and all that shit. Just how what's that dude's name that he got like he did a bid. He was in the Gambino family. Michael Franzese, he kind of broke down how Jordan was in gambling debt. But, he was saying like all you gotta do is, you know, run them a line of credit. As soon as you run a line of credit, you know, they in your hands.
Dirty game, man.
It's crazy though, because if you watch like The Godfather 2, if you watch The Godfather 2 when that politician was kind of hating on them in Nevada, and then he was up in that whorehouse and he kind of like blacked out, but the whore died, and he's like, you know what I mean, they had dirt on him, so it's like the same thing. So you trying not us have the whole gambling license, but now they got that dirt on you. It's the same shit.
It's fucked
yeah.
up.
To get you
it's all the way around.
Yeah.
It's like
because
like,
if you ain't got no stability and you let your fucking evils take over, they gonna get you.
That's why if you at them parties, don't take no drinks, don't let nobody pass you no blunt. Like, like nigga, whatever you got, if you was whatever, bring your shit with you, bro.
Cause like if you look at the whole girl, Young Miami, she's definitely part of that shit. She was telling this girl online, she's like, yeah, bitch, you a eater. You a eater. Anytime we was mentioning your name, you was eating shit. Like she was grooming bitches. So if you get up in these parties, you see, oh damn, that's so and so. I'm trying to get with that. And then
and that's the other part too. They were saying that
you putting the pussy on the pedestal, you in the mix.
But they were saying that too. They were saying that Young Miami, because they were talking about Mary J. Blige, they was like she still be playing the same position. Like now you see Diddy, Mary, and Young Miami together. You know what I'm saying? Just like we used to see Diddy, Cassie, and Mary together. You know what I'm saying? So they saying Mary might Cassie be like,
in charge of gathering around the man whores, but Young Miami is in Miami gathering around
the women.
Women's, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder how many, I mean, you know, up until this point and, you know, in the future, like how many careers just, you know, how many artists have we missed out on or will we miss out on? Like good artists that just like, man, I ain't trying to fuck with that shit. And you know what I'm saying? They can't reach their full potential because of shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It's unfortunate, you know?
Who's somebody off the top of your head, like, and not even necessarily saying that they're connected to any of this shit, but like who's somebody where you was like, yo, so-and-so was nice, and then they just vanished. Just like, you know, out. Like whether rapper or singer, just anybody. It's like, because I be feeling like that's kind of probably what it is.
And Marie,
that damn is crazy. Hey, Marie, she was one.
Yeah,
that's funny. She was nice. She had some joints. Like her first album, she had like 3 classic songs back to back to back.
Yeah, she had like that whole like go-go bounce, and then who did that shit right after? Beyonce. With the Congos and everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite songs of all time. That I don't even know. This one thing, that shit, man. Oh, this one thing, that beat is immaculate.
Yeah.
That beat is fucking
every part of it.
Yep. Damn, man. Even if I don't listen to that song in a long time and then I play that shit hit my soul every time. You know what I'm saying? That shit is hard. That beat
can be
crazy.
Played in so many different ways.
Yeah. Yep.
It don't even
that's a perfect joint to play like towards the end, like after like the main event, you like a let out type joint or something, like just to you know what I'm saying, like coast it out, some shit like that.
I hope she's doing marvelous right now.
Yeah, I know she got married and all that other shit and had a baby and faded off into the sunset. But she was nice. I'm trying to think, are there any rappers though?
Nah. Like everybody weird.
So, damn, all the rappers just be giving up the butt, huh?
I remember Machine Gun Kelly. Didn't he sign the Bad Boy? And now he all weird with Megan Fox.
Oh, he with Megan? I didn't know that.
Yeah, they was like drinking each other's blood and shit.
Like, yeah,
we actually talked about that on this before. Yeah, they was like cutting each other.
Yeah. Another one bites the dust.
Then where does Kanye tie into this? Because I just feel like Kanye's supposed to be somewhere. Like he's supposed to be tied into this shit.
But
somewhere.
Kanye been warning about Drake, how he tried like cozy up and you know what I mean, infiltrate. That sound like some agent shit.
Mm-hmm.
But he been saying that. But Kanye just don't have his reins on anything. I can't protect that nigga no more.
Mm-hmm.
I can't protect Meek no more. I can't protect that nigga no more.
Yeah, Meek was wild. Even that shit with, and then this the thing with Meek that be like that. I feel like it's extremely obvious, and it seems to go over niggas' heads. Like Meek only beef with non-street niggas. Like he don't beef with anybody else but niggas he know ain't going.
See how he was trying to go on Wale recently?
Yeah, but everybody, Safari, Wale, fucking Drake. Who is somebody of DJ Academics? Like nigga, these are the people you beefing with. Like, so what does that say about you if these are only niggas you actually have a problem with? Like, and Wale don't be fucking with nobody.
Right. Have you read his tweets? He's a little retarded.
They're never coherent. You know what I'm saying? Like it seems like just the confusion in his brain just all comes out at one time. You know what I'm saying?
And he don't even rap good no more. It's like
it's something's missing in the bars. You know, I know exactly what you're saying. It don't like even that last project he put out. I usually, because I like Meek overall, you know what I'm saying, as a rapper, but Like that last project, I always get at least one song on because on my playlist, I'm gonna try to find. I did not take one song off that joint and add it on my playlist, not one.
Come fuck with it.
I think he kind of lost his he ain't got that fire no more. He ain't got that fire no more. That nigga famous, he comfortable, he's sitting, you know what I'm saying? He got his money. I don't think he ain't hungry no more. He ain't hungry. The hunger ain't there.
Yeah.
You think that all right, well, I guess that's not, I can't really say that. I know, but I don't know, bro. That shit, that could have been, I mean, that could have been, did you heard that audio that leak? That could have been anybody in
no,
that.
No, I'm not talking about that.
I was about to say that could have been any fucking body.
Talking with Diddy on a personal level.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I am not a conspiracy theorist that believes anything. I do my checks and balances. I pick and choose what I choose to believe. You are never gonna get me in, oh yeah, aliens or none, you know what I mean? Like I do all my checks and balances. I don't believe that, Diddy and Meek audio. No. Plus, I don't want to believe that.
Yeah. Yeah, but even that shit is like just the timing of it is wild. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. I even before that, I don't think I never heard anything about them two before these rumors started coming out recently and shit. Any goddamn way.
There is a video though of Nicki saying like, do you think there's a lot of gay rappers? And she was like, yeah, I know some.
But the funny thing is, people been saying that shit.
She's probably talking from experience.
But the funny thing about it is that they've been saying this shit for Pimp C been saying that these niggas be gay. There's gay, right? He's been saying that shit since like the 90s, like since 97, 96, he been saying that shit. So it make you think like, damn, is that part of the prerequisite of being a rapper? Because if niggas was saying that shit back in 97, 96, and then here we are 2024, and the rumor never went away, and they saying these niggas. So you mean to tell me there's new fake rap like gay niggas that are rappers that's been pretending, and they just keep bringing them into the industry over and over and over and over again?
Yeah.
And some of these niggas is doing a really good job pretending. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe it's not pretending, it's just like avoiding.
What you mean? They just not trying to come out?
Yeah. Because that's the only way you can blackmail, nigga.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's how you know. And this is my theory. I don't really care who feel any way about this shit. They can only blackmail you about a gay shit if it was wrong.
Because at the end of the day, like, what else would a man be afraid to come out? Especially over that probably be one thing.
You like happily gay? I bet that's, you know what I mean? That's probably lit. If you like happily, but if you like, you know what I mean? If you know it's wrong, then boom, they can blackmail you. Either way, you shouldn't be doing that shit.
Damn. So is that why Isaiah Rashad was basically saying he was fluid?
Yeah, because he tried when he did that interview with Joe Budden.
That shit was so awkward. Yo. That was one of the most cringiest interviews.
Yeah, as fuck. He was like, "Oh, they found that tape. I'm glad they ain't find the other tape." You know what I'm saying? And this thing has probably one of the best what do you say? Discographies.
Yeah.
Of a rapper. Like his first like 4 projects it's incredible.
Yeah.
Like how do you? And you got kids? You got like 3-4 kids?
Yeah,
that's crazy to me. That's crazy to me.
Mm-hmm.
More than anything.
And you ain't really seen them since then.
Crazy to me. I heard the Nicki jump.
We don't know.
Do you think it's a lot of undercover brothers in the industry?
Oh no, Queen. We don't know nothing about undercovers. Oh no. We don't know about that.
Okay. Because I do. Do you think it's a lot of undercover
Hey.
brothers?
She know for a fact.
But they all be saying this shit though. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like one thing that's been common in rap since I first started listening is like a lot of these niggas is fake and a lot of these niggas is gay. They've been saying that shit since the 90s.
Kels has a question. God forbid something happens to Beyonce, but if we were to lose her, who do y'all think is on her level of singing talent, popularity, and overall entertainment that would be up next? Nobody. She is numero uno. She's
shout out Kels too.
She's Michael. She's Prince. She's James Brown. She is all of those.
Yeah, that's a good question because you would put Beyonce in the conversation with the divas, you know, the Mariah Careys, the Whitney Houstons, you know, like there ain't nobody. You know what? And I'm not even saying she that, but I'm saying on her trajectory, it would have to be the girl with the sister, the sisters, and then the older one. She was in Beyonce's camp. She was in act two. The girl, the two sisters that sing, and they're both
Chloe and Halle.
I think Chloe might be the only up next. Up next as far as
Chloe seems like she wanted, but she wants it too hard.
I know exactly what you're saying. I know exactly what you mean. But no. I would think that though, because there's nobody that you would say
on her level. Divas. Nah, there's nobody on.
They know divas after Beyonce for real.
There's nobody's on Beyonce level.
Like Summer Walker, no.
I'm talking about like performance album, talent level is like Mike, Prince.
Yeah, her shit. She's
James Brown
got a cult following.
Beyonce is like right there.
There's nobody after her that you can really think that has that type of grab or cachet. Yeah, I mean. Nah, and I don't even think Rihanna do music no more though. She kind of she kind of out the game for real. She just collecting checks at this point.
And then seeing like her like HBO documentaries to see how involved she is with like the production. There's nobody on Beyonce level. Now, nobody. To answer your question, Kels, nobody. And I think that whole like remember when I was talking about how Beyonce tried to do like the whole country album and trying to like start chaos and shit, and she purposely left Taylor Swift off that shit for a reason. She did a country song on that jump with Miley Cyrus for a reason. Like if Taylor Swift is like the most popular pop country singer, why not have her on the album? She purposely sidestepped Taylor Swift because she got beef. I mean, they have like an internal beef. Like they're trying to cause chaos. But I see what they're doing.
And even within that, I think something that was revealed with Beyonce is that I think she always been into country music. I think that's some shit she probably grew up on, always been listening to, and then now she at her point of her age, you know what I'm saying? She's seasoned. She's like, man, fuck this. I'm about to do this shit. I don't give a fuck what y'all say. Like, I don't care if y'all judge me. Like, I guarantee you Beyonce been listening to country like her whole goddamn life. And that's who she is. She just showed us a side of her we never knew. Because I remember I used to see Beyonce at the damn Country Music Awards like for years, even before that shit. And I'm like, why is Beyonce there? That shit never made sense to me. I'm like, why is she there?
You know, people take in consideration like awards themselves. So now you have to give Beyonce an award
for that.
You're gonna have to. You're gonna have to, right?
Mm-hmm.
I guess.
It's like she's trying to like force their hand. Because
just based off of her name or like her actual
all right, so there's the enemy. Taylor Swift is the enemy because she wins these Artist of the Year, Album of the Year, you know, consistently. And I guess it's because it's the genre. So Beyonce's trying to move work on her block by releasing a country album because Taylor Swift is like a country pop star. It's not really like, you know what I mean, grassroots country.
Right.
It's like pop country. So Beyonce's trying to release this album for what? To move work on the block and cause also chaos.
And also just for the hopes of maybe a potential beef.
No, it's been beef.
I know, but I'm saying that, but on like where they're like putting them next to each other, and we're gonna be like, who's going to take over the ring?
Been beef.
I'm talking about in the country. I'm talking about in the country world, though. I'm talking about that's what I mean. Like, it's gonna be beyond. Beyonce gets sidestepped into the country world, and immediately it's like she going into a new weight class, and she already going against the top nigga in the new weight class.
Yeah, but they already was talking about how Beyonce need to be taken off of country radio waves.
They ain't trying to lose that shit. And I'm starting to see a bunch of black country artists starting to pop up a lot more too.
Do you think that Taylor Swift is more unilaterally, like, can she do the same thing that
Beyonce
trash,
did? Bro, she's
trash.
I know what we're trying to say though, but she can't do that. No, you know why? You know, she wants to do that, but she can't. That's why she got Ice Spice standing next to her.
Yeah,
Ice Spice, like where Beyonce can straight up go over the country. Taylor can't come over to the hip hop world and not have niggas look at her sideways. So she gonna get Ice Spice to stand next to her, and Ice Spice kind of like holding her hand, bring her into the party. Like, oh, here's my friend. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Black world. This is my friend. No, except the Taylor.
Rick Ross.
Like, it's a stamp. She a stamp. Yeah, she's stamping Taylor for basically
same thing Rick Ross did with Drake.
Yeah. Good point.
Man, fuck those. I don't like Taylor Swift because I don't like how like the first boyfriend she got went to the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? That seemed like a whole setup.
Yeah, definitely some probably some of the most marketable shit you can do. You know, you got tall, skinny, white, blonde, all-American white girl. Gets the football Southern bad boy football player. It just looks so like just
scripted. Be a Titans fan. Isn't she from like Tennessee or something? Be a Titans fan.
Yeah, that it got to the point where it was it was taken away from. It's like, all right, man, I just wanted the Super Bowl to hurry the fuck up and happen.
They definitely made this last season. Taylor was like.
They used to put her face on the homepage of the NFL Instagram page.
That just lets you know right there. But that lets you know how much, how powerful she is, though, for real. It was like the NFL partnered up with Taylor Swift to make more money. Like, what the fuck? A single individual name.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
And nothing's bigger than the Shield.
Exactly.
Nothing.
You talking about the fucking Shield. It's funny, though. Players have definitely tried to, like, go against the NFL, but like no, the NFL swallows up everybody. Like you can't go against them. You can't win.
You can't. It's the fucking NFL. Many have tried.
So who y'all think goes number one overall in the NFL?
Williams. I mean, it's pretty much cut and dry. And plus, you can see homeboy already part of the system. He already
Illuminati.
He already, and then I would think about it. He's in LA. He's from DC. Think about it though. He's from DC. He moved to LA.
He went to Gonzaga. That's a Jesuit school.
Exactly. He already pushing all the shit that they've been pushing. Like, come on, man.
Is that Chicago orange? What is that?
But can you just force your hand to come to Washington? I want Illuminati Super Bowl, man.
So you really, Sean, you want this nigga? All right. So the reservation I would have with him is that I don't know if I want like a celebrity quarterback before he already set his foot on in the locker room. I don't know if that'd be
any quarterback we get at number 2 is going to be a celebrity quarterback.
Not like this.
Not like that nigga.
Not like him. Who we said
Robert was celebrity.
Not like Caleb Williams though. Caleb Williams is so like this nigga probably been to a couple Diddy parties already.
Dan Snyder flew to Waco for the pro day. He was a celebrity quarterback.
Not like this nigga. Caleb Williams is like, bruh. All right, look, this is what I'm saying. Caleb Williams was getting his NIL money. This nigga's driving around campus in Lambos and shit like that. Like this nigga's already.
I got a video of University of Florida parking lot, Chargers, Challengers, all this shit.
But
Everybody
not
driving these jumps.
Lambos. Not Lambos though. This nigga's driving a fucking Lambo. This is different. It's a different level. I seen a video a couple years ago when Bijan Robinson was coming out. He was talking about, and CJ Stroud was talking about how they already got like Ferraris and shit like that, like on driving around campus.
Bijan got the Dijon mustard.
That's crazy. Yeah,
So,
I think
I
it's
don't know.
unanimous. Caleb would, you know.
But
I think
speaking of that-
Chicago would be.
And Justin's already gone. So what y'all gonna do? Y'all traded Justin, so y'all got to get a quarterback.
Of course, yeah.
You get the best one in the draft.
And then his Illuminati ass, you're gonna send him to Chicago. That's another one of the super major cities, so it would make sense.
Chicago is the what was it? Chicago University is Rockefeller University.
It's going down.
Yep. When the Gonzaga goes to USC, that's the Illuminati pipeline.
Yeah.
You know
Gonzaga, USC, Chicago. Yeah. Damn, Soldier Field.
He's upset.
Yeah. But I said this in like last off season. I was like, we need to tank for. I mean, we almost didn't. I don't even understand how we have pick 2 because we beat New England, we beat Arizona last year. Like, how we have number 2? Anywho,
And it's crazy. Like, we got that like within like the last 2 weeks of the season. We was picking like 5 and
it didn't.
shit was like 2. I'm like,
but we beat the 2 teams we're ahead of, so it don't make sense to me. But I don't know. Hopefully, Josh Harris is Illuminati certified, so we can get whoever we want to get.
Well, we got Magic Johnson, so.
Oh yeah, definitely Illuminati certified. Magic is probably Illuminati certified.
But I'll say this just because we on the sports topic. And then on the other side, the flip side of the NBA draft, nigga, this has got to be like the worst NBA fucking. Nobody knows nobody. There's not a single name that you can be like, yo, that guy's the star. This is literally the most like driest. There's
and the Wizards had the worst record in the franchise.
We got the worst motherfucking record.
And we got finesse last year. We could have had Wemby, and
we could have had Wemby.
Finesse.
Nobody knows nothing. There's not a single.
They need to do away the fucking whole Powerball NBA bullshit. Throw that shit.
They gotta figure something out, man. Because
I hate that.
There's some bullshit. I'm not even excited. We might end up with the first pick in the draft, and I can't be because I don't know none of these niggas. Like none of them.
But yeah, I know probably like 15 women players.
I know, and then we know all these women players though.
The women tournament was lit.
That shit was.
I loved it.
It was. That shit was fire. But it's because of the stars, man. The women's college basketball got way more star power. And it's going to be like that because all the niggas that would have been stars go straight to the league where college basketball, women's college basketball.
The coverage when they had Tarazi and Sue Bird covering that jump. That shit was cool as shit. But yeah. All right, so let's try to slide out on the yeah, that's not positive.
Oh god.
All right, so yeah, at the same time as like the whole Rick Ross dropping shit, Iran was dropping drones on Israel. So we're about to be in a whole type of World War III type of situation.
Easy. Well, we're technically there.
Yeah, and on top of that, like we got, all these the border is in a crisis, so they're saying like for a lot of these migrants, they can easily join the military. So they're saying a lot of if there is any type of draft, like the forefront is going to be like these immigrants.
So that's basically the setup. So you basically think that's the play, like they basically getting a brand new population. You got a whole new
like
new voters. You got a whole new voting population. You got new soldiers. You got basically new people that's going to take on these government programs, and so it's like
1.5 million.
Right.
And B was texting earlier. We were saying like, why did who's that?
Oh, you talking about Israel?
Nah, Iran. That like they telegraphed their whole strike. They put
Yeah,
this
it
shit
was
on the
just
internet.
odd. It was just super
Yeah.
odd, like out of nowhere, and it was just like, oh, this is
It's like, oh, we
about to
sending these
happen,
drones
or
in
is this
9 hours. It's
happening?
going down.
Right.
In 9 hours, it's
I was
going down.
confused. I was like, okay, is this happening now, or are you telling me it's going to happen? Because
They
that
shot
would
them
be
up, but it still took 9 hours to get there.
that was
On the
crazy.
Spirit flight.
But now the U.S. is like, we can just go for broke.
I seen this wild tweet that said Iran is about to feel why I don't have free healthcare. That's wild as shit.
Wow.
That's wild as shit.
Wow. That's wild.
That's wild as shit. But that's them the rules.
But U.S. has been funding that shit. They've been funding that shit from jump.
That's why we don't have free healthcare.
Now they like, all right, we got to actually physically get involved. That's what they wanted to do from jump. That was the whole point. To create some shit so now, you know what I'm saying?
Did you see some of those videos? Like it looked like remember like a while ago, have we seen like some type of like divine intervention? Like picking off airstrikes?
Mm-hmm.
I seen some of those too recently.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, some of those like you was looking at like the airstrike videos and stuff. Man, like how like you said you always look at things with a fine-tooth comb, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like I'm looking at it, I'm like, they just look like some of them just look like glorified like fireworks. And it's just like it wasn't like I see something, but nothing's really happening.
Yeah.
Not saying that it didn't happen, but just from a conspiracy theorist standpoint, it's like, damn, like they could fabricate that easily. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of loud noise and a lot of flashing and stuff, but nothing's actually really happening. Not saying that it didn't, but it's just.
In the area there. So Hezbollah attacked this base at the beginning, just like a few months ago, after the killing of one of its.
We know they got the Iron Dome, but they saying it's like other divine intervention.
And what we're looking at, these are hitting the ground.
This is in the sky.
Okay. What are they hitting in the sky?
The drones.
I just hope everybody, just from a safety standpoint, you just gotta pray for them, because they caught in between some shit that ain't got nothing to do with them. You just caught up in the nonsense of bureaucracy. Just stupid.
For money laundering, because it's like you give these contracts to people. It was like, oh yeah, we need X amount. Spend the money. That's all it was about.
Like, don't you get like Iraqi freedom vibes from this? I'm be honest with you too. Bamas is super calm.
Yep.
They super calm for me. Like I'm all kinds of fucked up. My anxiety through the roof.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be calm just with my phone out.
Between the eclipse and all that.
Man, hell nah.
Fuck no, baby.
Did you watch the eclipse?
Yeah. I had the little glasses on. Okay. Oh, I gotta send you a video. I did a little video with the eclipse and how it was like kind of related to the 3 body problem.
Yeah, I saw it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I saw it.
Okay.
Yeah, I was, and the funny thing was, I was just like, that came out like the week before the eclipse, like almost a week. Yeah. It was the timing of a lot of this shit is just very strategic. It's like it just makes you wonder, like with everything, the war, everything. It's like, and this is more of a quote unquote war on religion that they try to paint. You know, we are in the Passover. It's a lot. The synchronicities in it is just really, really crazy. And it's either very ironic, or you know, things are just kind of lining up from multiple angles.
Yep. I think it's time. We did 2 hours. And this is us in a nutshell. Hip hop conspiracies, conspiracies on top of conspiracies, hip hop conspiracies, worldwide conspiracies, and that I gotta watch that movie, the Civil War jump.
Yeah, I have not seen it.
Yeah, I got peep that. And we're probably gonna give you our review next time on Civil War and the rap Civil War, and hopefully Kendrick gives us a response in the meantime. But it's me.
That'll be waiting on that.
Remy, please, Lighthouse, and Keys signing off on the Flight Room TV. These are all bars. Hope y'all comfortable with them. See y'all on the flip side.
Stupid.
Peace, y'all.
Peace.
Peace now.